and they have been pooping the bed all season, losing games that they should win. I'm not saying that the Patriots are better, but I'm saying you beat the Patriots at home. You win those games if you think you're going to the Super Bowl.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast, the authentic voice of sports leadership, where coaching wisdom meets real talk. I'm your host, Dr. Keith Adams, and on today's Top Shelf Tuesday edition, Week 12 wrap-up, dealing with in-season drama, and I'm glad I've got a certain panelist here to talk about in-season drama. And in segment 3, we're going to do a Week 13 preview. With us today, our academic and athletic consultant, George Ockert, and Captain for Life, who's going to help us with dealing with in-season drama, Will Cotton. Will, I'm going to start with you. What's the best thing you saw Week 12 of the NFL season?
Man, I see my man George right here. So you know how I got to know. The best thing I saw was the Cowboys beating the Eagles, man. I really enjoyed it. I really have liked this team. They have a lot of talent on the offensive side. Even though they lost Micah Parsons, they still have a really good defense, and people are sleeping on them. They got some young guys that can go in there and make some plays. And obviously, when you start winning, things start going your way. Look, a couple fumbles went your way. 2 fumbles went your way. Things like that. And most importantly, Dak is playing very well right now. I don't think he has an interception last 2 weeks, and he has about 7 touchdowns. So let's keep it rolling. And they played very good. And this is the right time when you need to be playing well. So shout out to the Cowboys.
Epic comeback, according to the news media. George, what's the best thing you saw today?
Well, I'll say the Cowboys for later. Right now, the best thing I've seen today probably is this damn LA Rams. This damn LA Rams offense, man. I don't know. We get to the playoffs. Stafford has been on a heater for most of the season. He's still on a heater. They are going crazy. I don't know how I don't see anybody really matching up with them, because once you put Devontae Adams on there, it changed the dynamic of that offense. That offense is unstoppable right now. So they're the best thing I saw today.
And big thing, and for George, big thing. Remember, everybody was talking trash, or not trash, but everybody was concerned when they let Cooper let go. When they let go, then they got Devonta there. But never mind, we good.
It's done that, and they stepped it up a whole nother level, because Devontae is a different animal, dog. And when you got Puka Nacua on one side and Devontae on the other, it's pick your poison. It's just go get it.
You can have 2 guys on him. I still throw him the ball. Why not?
He's still coming down with it.
Exactly.
All right, George, I'm going to stay with you. What is the worst thing you saw Week 12 of the NFL season?
Pittsburgh Steelers lose again to Chicago. Lay the egg, dog. That offense is abysmal, and the defense is even worse. I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, but that defense, they had the 1 sack and scored the touchdown, but outside of that, what do they do? Who here sees Pittsburgh as being, something to worry about when we hit the playoffs? I mean, come on, man. I mean, at this point in time, Pittsburgh has dug themselves into a hole where they might not even win their division, because they let the Ravens come back and get up next to them, and Cleveland was won a game. So I mean, it's ugly with Pittsburgh right now, dog. It is ugly.
And I took my annual season-long bet, so I'm going to smile and say, Will, what was the worst thing you saw Week 12 of the NFL season?
I'll take it back. When they're talking about the Steelers and the Ravens, they had a clip on Instagram of whatchamacallit, Bishop, when he was waiting for Q in Juice, when he was waiting for him at the high school, the locker, and he was waiting for him. He was like, "What's up?" They had him right there because now their records are the same. But Joe had me laughing like a mug. But the worst thing, let's go back to Thursday. The Bills. The Bills. Let me tell you right now. The Bills, they were given a plate. They said, "Look, y'all the best team. Y'all have the best quarterback. Y'all did all this. Y'all paid money to y'all running back, all this stuff. I don't see nobody really messing with y'all. The Chiefs are down. All the other teams are not doing well. This is your path. The Ravens are down. This is your path. And they have been pooping the bed all season, losing games that they should win. I'm not saying that the Patriots are better, but I'm saying you beat the Patriots at home. You win those games if you think you're going to the Super Bowl.
No, you don't.
Beat the Texans. Go ahead.
I said, no, you don't. The Patriots were this.
But this is early. This is still early
I
in the
know.
season. This is still
I
early in
know.
the season.
I know.
You beat the Texans. I don't care where it is. You
Right.
beat the Texans. And they're losing games that are just becoming unfathomable to me.
And without CJ, man. And without CJ.
And then last week, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for a Superman heroic type of game by Josh Allen, they would have lost last week too.
Yep.
So the Bills, man, they're in a lot of trouble right now. They're not playing their best football, and they're going into December. They need turn it up, fix it. What's going on?
At this point, I don't think they, I don't even think they got enough steam to mess with the Patriots. The Patriots is a function at a whole different level, and it went in tough games too. So I don't know, and they got to go to Foxborough to get that last one. That's gonna be a tough guy.
Davis Mills the third or whatever his name. That's the guy that beat him. All right.
Can't be by that guy. Can't be by that guy.
I don't know who you can lose to, but I know who you can't. You can't lose to Davis Mills Thursday. All right. God, man, take me out. What is the most surprising thing you saw week 12 of the NFL season?
Kind of funny, but I think it's been really good. It's been surprised. The Cards and the Giants, even though losing, amazing games, amazing efforts. I'm always watching. Shout out my man Mike King. Got me through the Giants on these BS games, all these bombs, and obviously you can't hate on Jameis, man.
Jameis is the man, dog.
I know he has so many offers right now. He's going to be he'll be in the league for a little while. He's going to get a contract for sure.
He's in the league forever. He's going to be in the league forever.
If Mariota has a contract,
yes.
James need to have a contract, and he should be starting. To be honest with you,
he's going to be in somebody's studio show for like 20 years when he retires.
Sure. I would much rather have Jameis than Mariota as a backup.
And it's questionable right now that you want to keep Jameis, but you want to keep him as a backup. Jameis probably should be starting somewhere. The Jets,
he can play. He can play in the same. He can play in New Orleans right now. He can go in the locker room,
New York,
right now and play.
Jameis will be started
for sure. For sure.
All right, Doc. What's the most surprising thing you saw week 12?
Oh, them Cowboys. That's my joint right there, man. This was a game tailor-made for the Cowboys to lose. In the past 3-4 years, the Cowboys would lose this game no matter what. And I actually sat here and I even called my man. It was like, I'm not getting excited. They're going to lose by a touchdown. I'm guaranteed, or they're going to lose by 3. Because this happened so many times. For them to win this game, it's huge. I mean, it's huge for them. I'm not saying they're going to get back into it. I'm not saying it saves this season or they're making the playoffs. But, man, if for them, looking that they won a tough game at the end against a tough team, especially going down 21 points, doing the regular Cowboys thing that they regularly do, by giving the damn game away, they came back and won it. That's huge, man. That was shocking for me. Shocking.
George, Big Brother Rick did call on my way to the championship game where DeMatha beat Gonzaga and said, I'm tired of watching this. I'm tired of this team breaking my heart. And they weren't. So
Pickens looking like pickup of the year for them, like the trade of the year.
Pickens is so happy to be out of Pittsburgh. I'm happy for him, and I'd want out of Pittsburgh right now.
I'll give you another one. I think his talent is equal to CeeDee Lamb, but his mentality and the way he goes into the game and goes into the balls, like 50-50 balls, man, that dude is a dog. Yeah.
If we go and talk about it, let's talk about the one man who is just ecstatic he got free. Quentin Richardson that got freed from New York. That he's now with the Cowboys. He's screaming like a free slave right now because he is excited as hell right now, boy.
He got to work on his conditioning. He got to work on his conditioning. They had a stunt. My man,
one time. But I'm gonna tell you right now, his whole demeanor and makeup is 10 times better than it was 3 weeks ago. So, still.
All right. So, fans, in segment 2, we're going to talk about in-season drama and how to deal with it. And we have an expert on our panel. So, we're looking forward to turning this over to Will Cotton. We'll be right back on the Odd Coaches Podcast.
Today's student athletes face pro-level challenges without pro-level support. The CKA SAVE project is here to change that. For 16 plus years, Dr. Keith Adams and his team have provided comprehensive academic and athletic support from middle school through post-graduation transitions. NIL guidance, transfer portal navigation, academic coaching, career planning, they've got it covered. The CKA SAVE project. When your future is on the line, experience matters. Learn more at www.ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast. In segment 2, dealing with in-season drama. So, Will, I want you to take this team. You're winning and you're mad. The Philadelphia Eagles. So, Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts said he was not startled by a recent report of frustration inside the organization. You got A.J. Brown needing to talk to the owner, and the owner saying, we don't want to hear from you no more in the most politest way. And now you lost a 21-point lead to the dreaded Dallas Cowboys. If you're the Eagles, how are you dealing with in-season drama? Because it's with players, man.
Well, I think the crazy thing is when I was watching the game early on, most of the first half, I was saying it to myself. I said, for a team that everybody is saying that they, have all things going on, all this drama, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and they were up 21-0. And I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, like Coach knows, the best thing you got to do is you got to win. And then when they start whooping the Cowboys, I'm like, man, look, y'all worry about the Eagles, man. The Eagles looking good, like they're bored. That was my take because they're so bored, they're ready to get the playoff. Then the second half start, all of a sudden, the play calling getting a little suspect, not where you throwing in like December. They're having plays where they ran in like September. Basic stuff that the Cowboys were knocking down, and now they lost. This is a big thing for them. I think you lose a game like that. It reminds me when we lost Blake and Magruder, and then we had that team only, and that's what they're gonna do. Team only meeting coming up. It's coming up, and they're gonna get all the airing out and all this stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. But they got to figure it out. There's a lot of divas. I think Jalen Hurts is a diva. Nobody wants to say it, but I think he's a diva. I think A.J. Brown is a diva, and I think they have a ton of other people in there, especially their coach, who's a diva. So I think they have a lot of personal issues in terms of because when you're 8-2, 8-3, and having issues, I just can't fathom that. So they're in trouble if they can't figure it out personally. It's going to be a very short, and people are going to be like, "How did we not run it back with this amazing roster?" So we'll see what happens.
All right. So, George, I need you to be admin. I need you to be a head coach. I need you to be a GM, and we're going to talk about your Dallas Cowboys. So last week, Dallas had a Monday night game against the Las Vegas Raiders, and George Pickens missed the team bus because he and CeeDee Lamb was at the Red Rock Casino enjoying themselves, and they sat him out for a series. George, you got players who violated in front of you curfew. Hey, he spit in your face, and you sat him out for a series. Is this how you deal with it? And you've dealt with a lot of high-level football players, so I am curious to see how you would have dealt with the situation.
I wouldn't even sat him for a series. What? They missed the team bus. They had a little curfew situation. Keith, let's go back to this whole. Since you putting on the coach's hat, let's be honest here. All the rules, the rules don't apply to the same players the same way. When we in first term, give you a prime example. We had we played last week was our first game in the playoffs. My son's team's first game in the playoffs. He did something stupid, got kicked out of practice, didn't play. But we were playing Kennedy, and that's a team that we didn't have to break a sweat to. This week we're playing North Point, probably the best team in the state, the second best team in the state. Guess when we'll start? So when it comes down to crunch time, you coach all your players differently. Some of them, at times when you need them, you know how to coach them. Some, you got to yell at. Some, you got to be on their ass. Other ones, you got to be, you got to hold their hand a little bit. This little bit of, you miss curfew. Okay, I'm trying to win a game. I'm trying to keep my job. I'm trying to make this respectable. If you're gonna go out and sit them out for more than a series, yeah, you're gonna be looking for a job next year.
All right, I will jump in, and I'm gonna tag in Will Cotton. Will Cotton had played for me, and they know of this thing called the Adams flu. And you mysteriously get sick for a game, but you're going to be okay. And one of our favorite players, Mr. Campbell, had the Adams flu because he didn't want to go to Latin class. And that happened to be the class of our academic advisor. So, yes, George, I sat following for an entire game.
What game was it?
In the regular season.
Who were you playing? Yeah.
Like you said, George. Kennedy. Everybody knows you can set anybody when you playing Kennedy. It don't matter.
When you playing Sisters of the Poor, when you playing Whitman or Wise or something, the big boys, then he gets a stern talking to. Don't you ever do that again?
Hey, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that again.
That's right.
But it didn't happen again. So we moved on and didn't have to deal with it. So anyway, all right, fans, in segment 3, we're going to preview next week. We're going to preview week 13 of the NFL season, and I'm going to let George have it in the break about not disciplining players. We'll be right back on the Yacht Coaches Podcast. Hi, everyone. Dr. Keith Adams here, and for over 30 years, I've dedicated my life to helping student athletes succeed, not just on the fields and the courts, but in the classroom and beyond, and that's why I founded the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project understands that finding the balance between academics and athletics is crucial for long-term success. That's why the CKA Save Project offers a range of programs, including personalized consulting, mentorship, and coming in 2027, our innovative Gap Year Basketball Academy designed to assist both young men and women reach their full potential both on and off the court. I'm incredibly excited to announce that the CKA Save Project is now partnering with the Cascade Sports Network. This partnership will allow us the opportunity to amplify our message and reach even more student athletes through the Odd Coaches Podcast and other exciting initiatives. Join the CKA Save Project and the Cascade Sports Network as we empower the next generation of student athletes. Visit CKA on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org to learn more. Let's work together to find the balance and help unlock your potential. Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast. We're going to let the discipline of players go. And Will Cotton has our OCP Top 5. Will, go ahead, take it away, my friend.
Man, I know right now we're halftime, but right now I got to say, the Rams are looking the best team right now, man. I don't see anybody better right now. Second, your man Patriots, the last 20 years of my life cannot get off my life. 3, very quiet. They won this week very easily. The Seahawks still playing very well. And obviously, I think they had a bye this week, but the Broncos, man, that's a hot team right now. Defense is looking really good. If the quarterback could really identify who they want to be, do you want to be Josh Allen or do you want to be Tua? And then whatever he decides will take them into the the playoffs. Now I got a toss up. George, I'll let you come up with this toss up, man. I got Detroit and Green Bay right now. They play next week. So maybe that opens who's gonna win the top the five position. That's my five right there.
Well, I'm excited. We on the same wavelength today. This is something they better keep circle this date because this don't happen often. This don't happen often.
Not happen
I
often.
don't have a disagreement with what with nothing you said. Even though maybe I put the Broncos in the same category with Detroit and Green Bay right now, but that's pulling heads right there. I got it. I'm good with that top five. I'm good with that top five.
All
But
right.
we're all in love.
Well, week 13 is my favorite week of the year because you got your Thanksgiving games and they're held November 27th. That's my big brother's birthday. I'll be in Vegas at the Bellagio. So I'll be enjoying it at the Bellagio and Circa. So we got Green Bay, Detroit. We got Kansas City, Dallas. Thank goodness Kansas City won. Oh, man. They just didn't win by enough, but that's strictly for entertainment purposes only. And Cincinnati and Baltimore. So any of the Thanksgiving games, George, overly catch your eye?
Gentlemen, can we just clap for once and be thankful that we have 3 good games?
Quality games.
Quality games, so we don't have anything to fall asleep on this Thanksgiving. Detroit and Green Bay, definite. That's gonna be a heavyweight battle. And you see the Cowboys, they got a gauntlet to run. We're gonna see what they're about. They got Kansas City. Both of them coming off big wins that they both needed, and both of them need to continue to win. So we're gonna see what's up. Those are gonna be big games. But and I tell you what makes the nightcap intriguing. If Joe B comes back, because they're already talking about that.
He was supposed to play. He was supposed to play, and they were like, "Tomorrow ain't playing." Oh no, y'all both good. Y'all both
right. If Joe B comes back, it makes it very interesting.
Why are we playing? Yeah, all right. Well, anything for Thanksgiving before we go to the rest of the weekend?
Oh, I loved it, man. I think all 3 games for Thanksgiving should be really good. Friday should be another really good because Philly can't lose another game, and Chicago is playing very
Right.
well.
They're playing well.
Very well. But yeah, even Sunday, I mean, Houston versus Indy. Houston is playing hot right now. Indy is kind of on a downtrend, and that could be, for the division. So we got a lot of games out here.
Well, I want to see as much as I saw today. I want to see that Cleveland defense eat against San Francisco.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about Shador and how he played a nice solid game.
Even the coach, even Stefanski.
I was ready to slap him. I don't know who's gonna be the starting quarterback. You know who your starting quarterback gonna be. But
it won't be a sexy game. It won't be nobody's really talking about. Nobody's going to be watching. But I think it's going to be a good game for him. I think he would really show out in this one.
Cleveland had 10 sacks today, Slim. 10 sacks.
Miles Garrett's on a different. He's on a different
level. He's
going for records. He got that long tail. He's going for records. And then he'll get traded.
So, while I got you guys, Shador, I missed everything because of I was in travel. Did he play well? I have no idea. I hadn't seen any of it, so I'm leaning on you guys.
He played well. I thought he played very well. I thought he played very. I mean, again, the way I took it is he was playing very well, and then you look and say, "Oh, remember, you play for the fucking Cleveland Browns." How good can you be with that? So there was a lot of things that happened that occurred during the game. It's like, oh, that's Cleveland Brown stuff. That stuff happened, but he played very well, man. I mean, again, this is a good game for him to come in and play because the Raiders are they're not playing anymore, and I think he play. I don't think there's no question that Gabriel will be playing next week. No question. The energy was high. They put a lot of juggins on Wildcat, which is strange to me,
Yeah.
But I get it. It works. You know what I'm saying? The guy is athletic enough to do that. But I think the whole offense was very exciting and popping, moving a lot faster with Sanders. And that's what I got from that.
Think that what he did is exactly what I loved about him in college. He never put him in a bad position. He made the right decisions. He had one bad decision, and that was, and I gotta go back. I'd have to go back and look at it and see if it was him or was the receiver that he threw the interception on. But outside of that, he handled the blitz well. He knew where it was coming. He threw to the hot receiver. I mean, he never put him in a bad spot, and he made the plays he needed to play. He needed to make when he needed to. So, and then he pull a couple out of his bag, like that deep bomb he threw today, off the moving pocket, off the run. People that was talking about his arm, he had Channing. He threw one down there off the wrong foot. So
Gabriel don't got that. Gabriel don't got that one.
you saw. To me, you saw everything you needed to see for a starting quarterback. You knew you could take him in, but this is what I'm thinking behind him anyway. Where when he came out, I was always talking about I take him before I take Cam Ward because he can control a game. It doesn't mean he got to make all these flashy and off the platform throws that Cam Ward would do, throwing off his back foot and stuff like that. He did what was necessary to do to keep us on time and on track and keep us out of bad situations.
All right. Well, thank you for that fair analysis. So as we close, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. That one coming in about 4 weeks, I'm not that big a fan of because it's a gimme, gimme, gimme kind of thing. And Thanksgiving, you will move heaven and earth just to break bread for just a little bit. When I played, my head coach, Hank Galata, always gave us a Thanksgiving message. For those who know me, I was very close to my high school coach, and he was an English teacher, but he purposely had his office in the special ed hallway so we would have a daily reminder of how blessed we were because we saw a lot of kids with challenges and made us kind of run harder, run faster because other kids didn't have that opportunity. So take the time, enjoy with your families. Gentlemen, I hope you're not hosting and you're going somewhere. So on behalf of our cavalcade of stars, I'm Dr. Keith Adams, saying thank you for listening and or watching the Odd Coaches Podcast, the authentic voice of sports leadership, where coaching wisdom meets real talk. Also seen on the Cascade Sports Network, Kansas City. Here we come one day, and we will see you on the sidelines. Until next time, take care.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. The Odd Coaches Podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you subscribe to the Odd Coaches Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Follow the Odd Coaches Podcast on the X platform at Odd Coaches. Follow Dr. Keith Adams and the CKA Save Project on social media at CKA Save Project. For more information about the CKA Save Project, visit them on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org. See you next time on the Odd Coaches Podcast.